In this video, we're going to focus on 2-5-1 in minor keys, but I really want to show you something that you can do with your left hand. Not chords specifically, but something you can do with your left hand that's going to dramatically change the way you sound at the piano. And it's not that difficult to do, but I think when I hear a lot of piano players, they miss this opportunity to really swing, to really get that left hand part of the rhythm. And I'm going to show you what it is. And we're going to walk through the tune softly as in a morning sunrise, because it is a lot of 2-5-1s in minor keys. It's basically just 1-2-5-1. We're going to throw in a flat 6 for good measure, because it's going to make us sound a little bit better. And then at the end of the video, or in a little while, I'm going to play you an example of it in its entire state. So play a little bit of soloing on Softly as a Morning Sunrise. So what we're going to do is start in with the chord structure and just write out the first 4 bars. So you've got 1 minor 7, and of course we're in the key of E flat. So you've got 1 minor 7, 2 half diminished sevenths, so D half diminished seventh to G7 flat 9, which is 5-7 flat 9, and then it repeats. So C minor 7, D half diminished 7 to G7 flat 9. And the next 4 bars are like that as well. So the tune goes like this. Okay, I think you may be familiar with the tune. So what is it that we can do with our left hand that's going to change things forever? And that is, we're going to put in a few extra notes. So typically when somebody would be playing left hand bass, they would plunk down the root, and then on beat 2, they'll put in the chord, like this. So the root, and then 3 and 5. And then when they get to the D half diminished seventh, same thing. D, and then maybe just an F. And it gets a little thick down there to play other notes, but let's just play the 3rd. And then when we get to the G7 flat 9, play the G and then the tritone, like this. Okay? Sounds like this. Okay, sounds not too bad, right? A lot of piano players sound like that. So what is it that we can do that's going to make us sound extra special and extra great and literally change the way you play? And that is, we're going to throw in an extra note right before the next chord. So in C minor 7, we're heading to 2. And so what we're going to do is we're going to throw in a flat 9 right before the D. Now that's a great thing to do because it's approaching the note or the chord from a half step above. So it sounds like this. You hear that? Now that's something that a lot of piano players miss, but can definitely sound great. So let's do it over here as well. So we got D, then we're going to go to the G. So let's do a flat 9 in front of that as well. And then when we come back to the C, we're going to put a flat 9 in front of the C, like this. So let's do the whole thing. Now the other thing you can do is you can play, instead of the flat 9, you can play a 5, so like this. So it would be something like this, where you've got C, and let's just repeat a little bit. Doesn't work so well with the D half diminished seventh. It does work, but it is a flat 5, so it's not quite as good there. So let's use the flat 9 there, but what we are going to do is put the 5 in front of the G chord coming up. So D, F, and then go to D here, and then G to the tritone, and then a flat 9 before the C. No, let's do the 5 before the C, so that's good too. And we're going to do one more thing, when I get done this to kind of show you what else we can do with it. So let's play this whole thing. Okay, so you start to hear that and before the beat seeping in, and it drives things forward, makes things a little more swing, which is nice. Now you can do it with straight eights as well. It's not quite as effective as swing, but definitely something you can do. Now the last thing we're gonna do is throw in, instead of this C minor 7th chord, we're gonna throw in a flat 6. So A flat 7, because it's 1 6 2 5 instead of just 1 to 2 5. So you can hear that chord, right? It's a nice extra chord. So you can also anticipate that A flat with an 8th note as well. Maybe you can use the 5 in front of the A flat. So let's write that out. So erase this. Now I wouldn't use it in the melody when you're playing over here because the melody note is a G, so it would clash with the A flat 7 chord, right? It's like a major 7th over a 7th. It doesn't really work that well. But here, where the melody note is a different note, it's E flat, you can use the A flat 7 here. Now it doesn't matter when you're soloing, you can use the A flat each time around. So you can put the 5 in front of A flat. So we're going to go here, that's A flat, and then maybe the tritone up top, like this. And then you can go flat 9 into the next chord. So I just need to make sure that I don't have stems going all ways here. So stem up, stem down. Okay, so I'm going to play something very similar to this. It might not be exactly what's written, but you get the idea. Okay, so that's what you can do on Softly as the Morning Sunrise or anytime you see a minor 2-5. And that's really the whole point of this particular exercise, is to just get those few extra notes in to really make your playing sound swing and start to sound great for other people. So now let me play a chorus of solo or so. I'm gonna play maybe the first 8 bars of head just to get into the tune, and then I'm gonna play a solo. And I'm gonna not just play what I've written here, but little alterations of these things. So 8th notes heading into the next beat of the bar, like we've discussed. All right, here we go. All right, there you go. That's a simple little thing that you can do with your playing to make you sound great. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you liked the video, all you have to do is give it a thumbs up. That would be great. That'd help us out a lot. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, just hit the little bell when you do, because you'll be notified of all the upcoming videos that we're making. And also, if you get a moment, hop on over to jazzmentl.com. There's a lot of sheet music and backing tracks and lessons and tutorials over there that can really help you with your playing as well. Thanks so much for your time. I will see you in the next video.